Yes, sir, people. Bring it in, bring it in. Listen, we are back with another What a Time to Be Alive. Listen, what they say, we getting money, don't care about what they on. Listen, they say, come here, come here. Listen, y'all already know. Let's jump straight down into the information. You're here with the undisputed heavyweight of due diligence. That is correct. It is him, Mr. 50,000-mile-an-hour fastball, Mr. I Can't Miss, the chocolate Confucius. Money Montgomery, guys. Listen, what a time to be alive. Let's tap straight into the information. Bitcoin sitting at 98,821, bouncing off of 99,000, moving. Guys, history is being made. But listen, we love you, Bitcoin, again, beta test coin, because that's just a illumination of where I know that my true coin, my baby's going to, guys. Let's take a gander down on our beauty. XRP sitting at $1.38, up 24.77%. Again, with a resistance at 140. The number, we're not falling far from that, hanging around about that 137 range. Again, preparing for another leg up, but I had to get the documentation. I don't know if I'm gonna drop this later on tonight or if I'm gonna drop first thing in the morning. Either way it goes, the price is moving as we expect to, but there's some reasons why. But again, everybody just take a screenshot of this. What a momentous occasion. Again, unless you were here 5 years ago, which I got in about a year and about 5 months ago, whenever it was at around 32 cents. This is my first time seeing 137. This is an amazing feeling, but I'm ready for $10. I need $10. Do you hear me? But let's get straight down to information. What is this here? Thanksgiving. All I want for Christmas is Gary Gensler's stepping down on January 20th, 2025. Confirmed by who? Gary Gensler himself. I will be stepping down. Now, again, I reported in this 3 days ago in that last video where we had the official document, but people that weren't, I should say people, was a couple people in the comments. That's not true. Sir, I'm the undisputed champion of due diligence. I said, when was the last time I was wrong, right? I want you just think I just pulled this up. We're doing some due diligence over here. But confirmed in, guys, Gary Gensler's out of there. All legal appeals are going to be swept away as well by January 20th. And that 21st, hey, isn't that when the president takes, I got to see when he takes office. I think it is on the 21st. But again, nonetheless, I don't really care. Gary's out of there. Those litigation's out of there. We got a replacement coming in. Crypto's running. It's a super cycle. I'm a V12 type of guy. If you don't get it now, I'm glad that you didn't. Let me put a spin on it. Somebody had to clean the rims. You were never meant to be a V12 type of guy. You didn't get it by now. You could just never get it. You down 150% now playing around. You can't. Nobody can convince you. But let's tap in here, guys. From our favorite coach, Jay Bizzle. Tap in. And I will read over top of here. In Ripple versus SEC case, XRP being labeled security was at the heart of their battle. The SEC had a vested interest in holding back one of the most well-run crypto companies, Ripple, and its XRP token. Tap in.
This right here is now.
And guys, this one's this is a packed out video. It's a banger. Stay all the way to the end. And like, comment, subscribe. At this point, hey, listen, I wish financial damnation on you. If you see me coming up here readily every 2 to 3 days dropping banger information, pinpoint on, you can't put my like, comment, and my subscribe in here. Listen, it's okay. I know what your account looks like anyways for you just sitting up here absorbing that free. I don't ask you for diddly. A like in the comments, you better come through, but let's get in. Nonetheless, let me get off my shrill. Fair use. I said fair use.
Key factor that people need to understand around XRP, Ripple versus the SEC. This right here, if you go to Stuart Aldry, the chief legal officer of Ripple's Twitter account, he shows the receipt attached of the email where Bill Hinman says, we don't need to regulate Ether. We all know it's a security. You can
and I recommend everybody, me and my young Kenny, we went over to Atlanta for the premiere. That was a good documentary, but you need, whenever that thing release, download the XRP Unleashed. It pulls the rest of the backstory, and I knew it was suppressed, but I didn't understand exactly what was going on. That's pulled out. You got to understand, from that documentary, we saw that there are people within that are exposing what's occurring. But the name of the game is called ETHgate. Go do a little research. They got it lined up. Hey, must watch documentary.
Read the details yourself.
It's
And
about
then
your
he
money.
goes on to give a speech giving regulatory clarity in the famous speech where he says Ether is not a security. That on December 20th, 2020, Ripple gets sued by the SEC. And now as we sit in 2024, we actually just landed in LA for tomorrow's
ETH was propped up there. Understand, XRP will surpass Ethereum price way sooner than you
premiere
expect.
of XRP Unleashed. Now rigged from the start, and it's going to break down all the details so you can understand this at a very, very deep level. You have to understand these things. First they resist it, then they sue it, then they regulate it, then they join it. Companies like Ripple and their token XRP and things like Bitcoin could potentially change our whole financial system.
We're exiting the regulation phase and going into the joining phase, guys. The regulation phase has been the last 4 years. That's why I say, guys, we jumped in at the fraud part. Some people was holding this when it ran up to $3.80 and got hit by SEC right mid opening of the run and got crushed back down behind fraud. Not on XRP side, on the SEC. It's called ETHgate. They propped up one coin and made it run and let it run and push down the other. We were the one pushed down, but again, bye-bye, Gary.
Oh! And our ability to research these types of things changed the whole game. It's time to wake up. It's time to do your own research, and it's time to activate in the biggest shift in generational wealth in history.
The greatest generational wealth transfer is underway. I'll keep saying it, and I'll keep saying it again, guys. Let's tap in this right here. A quick one. I don't know if we can watch the full 7 minutes because I do have a little bit of information for us to get into, but we'll get into it till I think topics. I'm trying to keep it around about 20 minutes. And y'all know how hard that is. Joined by Mornings Maria to discuss a new dawn for the crypto in the largest economy in the world under the Trump administration. This industry has been asked for clear rules of the road for years, and I'm incredibly optimistic for what's next as we move past the unlawful war and shameful political tactics of the Biden administration. Yes, i.e. V12 me and V12 my family. Do you hear me? Yes, sir. Hey, let's tap down information. Fair use. Fox, fair use. And one more time for the ones in the back. I said fair use. Let's get down to it.
Welcome back. Bitcoin has been on fire. Take a look at Bitcoin this morning at 93,761. The cryptocurrency touching a new all-time high of about $94,000 yesterday. As the Trump rally continues, Trump Media and Technology Group also reportedly in advanced talks to acquire crypto exchange Bakkt. Bakkt says it does not comment on, quote, market rumors or speculation. The acquisition would mark Trump's latest move into the world of crypto after promising to explore crypto-friendly policies on the campaign trail. Joining me now is the CEO of Ripple, Brad Garlinghouse. Brad, great to see you.
Very good to see you. Thanks
so much for being here. Tell us how Ripple
Yes,
fits
sir.
into this whole crypto framework that we're actually understanding better and better recently.
So from the earliest days, Ripple has been focused on solving the problem around cross-border payments. It's slow, it's expensive, and we use a digital asset called XRP to help speed that up, make it very inexpensive and very reliable. But
Hey, just remember, I told y'all when they start putting it all over the news, it was too late, didn't I? It's all over the news, and here we are 150% later.
challenge, as you know well, is the U.S. has had this very hostile. The Biden administration has been waging a war on crypto, and I think an unlawful war. Courts have agreed with us on that. And we're finally seeing that kind of unlocked in a Trump embraced crypto, and crypto embraced Trump. And I think we're seeing that reflect in kind of how the markets have reacted since the election.
So for Ripple, do you think that this also unlocks new revenue opportunities for you in the U.S.? Because I know the customer base is largely outside the U.S.
You're exactly right. You know, the United States SEC filed a lawsuit about what is XRP 4 years ago. And so it kind of froze the U.S. market opportunity for us. You know, if you're a U.S. bank or U.S. financial institution, you're like, let's just wait and see how this plays out. So 95% of our customers are outside the United States. And finally, I think we're at a point where we can actually see growth and see the crypto industry thrive here in the United States. The largest economy in the world has really been leaning out of the crypto economy.
And giving it.
Hey, just notice how now they got the CEO Ripple up here, but they got Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Litecoin. How interesting. At that time, I think that this would have been around. Yeah, XRP had, I think, was probably up maybe like 40% on that day. How do we not make this? How do we not make this list? That was like 2 days ago. Litecoin is down, for the love of God. Why is Litecoin up here and XRP is literally outperforming the entire market? But do you see how they do this? They don't want y'all in here.
Nope.
I can't tell y'all how many, many more times. This is an institutional coin. They talking institutes over here. They talking retail over here. Yeah. This one.
Up to China.
There's no
Right.
question. Look, it's growing in the
Bet you
UK,
don't
it's
flip
growing
up.
in Japan, it's growing in Switzerland. I mean, these are big economies that are leaning. The U.S. really has been the outlier in many ways.
Yeah, it's a great point.
Makes
so
sense.
talk to us about your outlook for crypto under the Trump administration and this deregulation that Trump is underway, thinking about and talking about. Look, he's been putting together a cabinet. We still don't have his idea on a Securities and Exchange Commission head, CFTC head. All of these agencies want a piece of you, want a piece of the crypto industry. They all want to have some kind of a regulatory, role here. Do you think you get more clarity under the Trump administration on who's running things?
Yes, we want them to have a role. And as you know well, one of the biggest problems the crypto industry has had isn't the
Exiting the regulation phase, going to the joining phase.
idea there's too much regulation. It's just the regulation's not even clear. We're trying to apply laws from literally 1946, a famous Supreme Court case called the Howey test. We're trying to apply that to a digital asset industry that's been developed in the last 10, 15, 20 years. And so it just doesn't fit. And I think
Guys, if you don't understand how wicked 2025 is about to be for us, I mean, at this point, you might be an idiot. You might be an idiot. If you can't see it now, family, and I know I'm not even talking to my family because the fact that y'all over here linked up with money, over here getting to that money, I already know that you already see what the vision, when you saw it back, last year. We seen it, everybody been toting along. We've been in here for a minute. But here we are up on what everything for the last year I've been talking about is occurring now. Do you see it? Tell me, put a money bag in the chat if you see it.
As we bring this new, really the Trump cabinet to bear, getting those clear rules, which we've been asking for under the Biden administration for years, I think we're finally going to get that clarity, which will help the U.S. lead again. And I think, Trump talks about making America great again. I think he's going to make crypto great again in the United States.
He talks about it a lot and wants more in terms of the U.S. role in that. Trump reportedly meeting privately with the CEO of Coinbase, Brian Armstrong, on Monday to discuss key appointments for the second Trump administration. So Fox Business's Edward Lawrence spoke to Coinbase chief policy officer about that meeting. Watch this.
We're gratified by the degree that the Trump team has had an open door with us and given us an opportunity to talk about our vision about crypto and to see them ultimately.
And again, y'all got to understand this is going to tie in a little bit with, we're going to review a little portion over. Everybody make sure you stay to the end of this video. The next portion is I'm still doing due diligence, doing confirmation. I'll give y'all kind of a little glimpse on it, but talking about somebody saying that there is, Ripple might be on some type of advisement to the president, and I've done a little due diligence, pulled a little information, but there's been a whole lot of meetings with crypto CEOs with Trump, and I'm believing that there is going to be some type of an advisement board or something, and it makes sense as far as a right-hand advisement board to Trump about crypto made up of maybe this collective of CEOs. But I'm going to show you my information. Let me not get too far into it, but let's just finish this little part out.
We're very excited to do our part to.
We'll probably get about another
vision
minute 50 seconds so I can
making
get
the
down
US
to
a
the
crypto
other
and
info.
digital asset leader of the world. There's a lot of work to be done. There was a lot of damage done over the last 4 years that all of us in the industry and working with our policymakers can kind of get going on to restore the U.S.'s position as a global leader.
Well, I'll tell you, I think it would speak volumes if Trump put in a crypto expert in the SEC.
All right. Well, we definitely gonna talk. We definitely gonna talk about that at the end of the video. Not specifically this, but
CFTC. Where does Coinbase fit into all of this?
I mean, Coinbase has been a really important voice in this. I think, three key players came together during this election cycle. Coinbase, Ripple, and Andreessen Horowitz came together to really
Coinbase, Ripple, and was that Hedera? If
sure
not,
that crypto was
we got more
front foot
information
on the
coming.
agenda. And I think we will get someone at the SEC who is very familiar with crypto. There's a couple names still in the mix that I think are very strong candidates. And the nice thing is these are people who don't go in with we're going to attack this industry. And it really did turn out to be, at a minimum, unethical and a maximum unlawful. And again, federal courts are saying that, not just Brad Garlinghouse.
Right. And Trump has talked about the stablecoin industry as
Where's
well.
the
And you're about to
XRP
launch
up
a
there?
stablecoin, is that right?
We are indeed. Ripple announced not too long ago, we're announcing something called RLUSD.
Wait a minute. You got the Ripple CEO up here, but you don't have the price of Ripple up there. And it just so happens, again, to be on, the Ripple would have went up 30, 40% that day. Why wouldn't you have that up there?
USD.
I keep telling y'all again, they do not want y'all in here. This is institution money. This is not retail money.
The stablecoin market now is about $180 billion. And the largest player is called Tether. We think there's an opportunity for the Ripple of the world, we're an institutional use case, selling into banks, solving that cross-border, and really making payments cheaper, faster. We think this is a perfect use case of these technologies.
I can understand because slowly but surely you're seeing financial services get it and start implementing crypto, stable coins in their businesses. Trump, of course, has vowed to fire SEC Chairman Gary Gensler on day one. I said day one.
Again, this was like 2 days ago, so that information just dropped. What was that? Today? Was that drop? Or was that yesterday?
That he may soon resign.
I think that was the day that he drops that he's resigning on January 20, 2025.
President-elect Trump's massive election win. Here's a look at some of the rumored contenders Trump is considering for the chairman of the SEC, Brad. And I want to get your...
This is who I think is going to be... this is who I think is going to end up there. Mark Ayuda. I'm not going to botch his name. Mark Ayuda. But I think that's going to be who's going to end up being the selection just based off of due diligence and names that I'm hearing around. But again, he's adamant. He's kind of against the way that Gary ran this. So the pool that I think we realistically want will be Mark. But again, we'll see how that plays out.
What's the most important thing that person should do in the early days of this new role at the SEC should one of these folks get them?
I think working with Congress and identifying here's the gaps in the existing laws that create the confusion. I think, I don't know all those candidates personally, but there's a bunch of very strong candidates up there that I think aren't going to pretend that, hey, the rules are clear. Gary Gensler would testify in front of Congress and literally say the rules are clear, but in the next sentence, he wouldn't answer the question, is ETH a security? So to me, it's just this, head in the sand. It's a new dawn for crypto in the United States, and I think we really can make this the heartbeat of the crypto and blockchain industry.
And we'll leave that last little portion there because obviously we got to dial in. Let's keep clipping on through. All right. Are you kidding me? Bitcoin is not ISO 222 certified. Again, list of the ISO 222 compliant cryptocurrencies. I told y'all this was coming. ISO 222. That's coming next year. The American system's going on crypto blockchain. Let's see what the list of the coins are. XRP at the head front. Cardano, Quant, Algorand, Stellar XLM, Hedera, HBAR, IOTA, MIOTA, and XDC Network, XDC. Guys, if you don't get it, you never will. These are the coins lined up to run the ISO 222. Our system, our blockchain, XRP, XLM, XDC, Cardano, HBAR. Is everybody getting it now? Trump is buying a crypto exchange, BAKKT, back. They will have 16 crypto listings only, and Sheeb is one of them, which was another shocker. I did see this. But again, they're making, apparently he's buying a crypto exchange, and these are what they're going to list. I think that what the idea is that he's listing American-based crypto companies. And of course, Ripple down in there, and people losing their mind because they've seen Sheeb. But again, that's just because I think that this thing is about really like pumping money into American-based crypto. So he's buying an exchange that's going to basically just sell that. And again, this is the actual official gov. We're not going to read over that, but this isn't a cap thing. He's doing this. This is the official Form 10. All right, guys. Hold on to your breathing-outs. And I'm trying to sorry, let's hear it. Brad Garlinghouse, Ripple CEO, seated with Lehman Bard, Hedera founder. This is the founder of Hedera. Discuss the future of Ripple and Hedera partnership. Let's get down to it. Money is cooking. Vegas.
We have a point of contact that we can reach out to the Hedera community and collaborate. And I think we haven't yet come together around that, and I think there's an opportunity to do that.
I think that's amazing. So good to hear for the whole, for your respective communities, but the crypto industry as a whole. Lehman, I know that you're big on this.
I am very big on this. So this is absolutely what we need. What we need to be doing is having the blockchains working together for things like this. So when we identify scams, we should inform each other and inform the exchanges and be working together as an industry on this, and to educate people and to find other ways that we can deal with these problems, because it affects all of us.
Yeah.
And
It's
so
holding all of us back.
It's holding all of us back,
Yeah.
right? And so we aren't just independent. We really are together.
Yeah.
And so I love that. And we've been doing decentralized recovery, which is another thing where we're working together. And I just think we as an industry have a lot of common interests that we can use to make it be useful to the rest of the world.
This guy's a little bit peppy, but hey, baby, listen. You in there with us, I ain't got no problem with you.
That's what we need to be working on.
I think that's the CEO over there. He's definitely a little. Hey, you know what? Honestly, let me take that back. What that's called is called your money running up. That's called passion right there. Come on with it, brother.
If you
Do
chart
you?
the impact of tribalism over time, it is the waning or waxing?
Waning.
Waning.
I think it's waning in our industry.
Yeah, no, when I realized, I don't know which one it was.
Yeah, which time?
He's definitely a little bit quirky. I'm not gonna lie though.
And so that's very, very good, but I think the more we can do to accelerate that, I think more often than not we agree. And frankly, I think for Ripple's, the experience we had at the SEC in the lawsuit, part of that fight was for Ripple, part of that fight was the whole industry. And I think it demonstrates that if we can kind of think about the broader community, the greater good, that can have a really positive impact for everyone.
Man, put your hand down. Hey, all right, now he moving that hand too much. He about to make me angry.
Then I
All right. I'm sorry. All right, I crashed out there, guys. He was just doing a little bit too much. He was just doing a little bit too much. But hey, I got no problem with the Ripple the CEO of Hedera. As long as you coming over here, you getting right with us, baby. I'm through a lot of big XRP, and you just make sure that you put the right type of gas inside of my V12. I have no issues with you. Again, Ripple, unlocking opportunity in the next phase of Ripple in the MC Social Venture. And again, this is invest in catalyzed venture-led solutions, increasing climate financial resistance. Okay, so this is a partnership that's going to be more so, and I was talking about this with one of my boys, Shad, and my youngster, Kenny, over there, about this being one of those partnerships they're doing that with every large company, you need to have these charity partnerships that you're with. We have them going with where we're tied in with the colleges and the top, next level college students that are going into tech, where Ripple's kind of taking them in to get them blockchains to work on. But these partnerships really mean a lot when it comes down to the spreadsheets, the breakdown, the acceptance of what's going on with crypto, right, is what moves through with these. So I just brought this up to say again, Ripple is hitting from all fronts. You got to understand, this is not a small company. They're not moving little. This is Walmart thing. This is Walmart with the Salvation Army dingling out the front. This is big mega business move. Big mega business move. Keep tapping on through. Now, this is where I want to kind of bring this. Let me finish doing my full due diligence on this. I want to see it kind of confirm this up. But again, this just kind of correlated with what I was kind of noticing again. This guy's documenting Ripple. Ripple will serve as an advisor to Trump crypto team. I'm not sure the credibility on this guy, but of course, he got 4.8 thousand likes, 204,000 views. They've been accurate on everything else they've been kind of previously predicting. Breaking news, Gensler will step down. So they obviously, and they got 20,000 followers, but I just want to confirm this all up. But it does make sense again. You've got all these places right here. This is why I kind of brought this information. First, Brad, now Charles Hoskins met with Jed McCaleb from Stellar XLM. What? He said, can somebody explain what's going on? Obviously, it's confirmed by Jeb McCaleb of his meeting with Charles Hoskinson. But again, you got to understand, Who is Charles Hutchinson? Is an American entrepreneur who is the founder of the blockchain engineering company Input Output Global, formerly known as IOHK, and Cardano blockchain platform, and was the co-founder of Ethereum blockchain platform. So a co-founder of Ethereum, co-founder of Cardano, and also a co-founder of a blockchain engineering company called IOHK. He's met now with Brad Garlinghouse, now the CEO, Jed McCaleb from XLM. There was conversation with Hedera and Cardano, right? Where we kind of bring this together, and I said, okay, wait a minute. That would kind of line up with if they're saying, when I see them say Ripple will serve as an advisor, and they say as the advisor, that says as an advisor. And I wouldn't be shocked if they were kind of making like a crypto group to kind of give advisement to Trump right hand. But again, that's massive things. But I said, hey, let that just sit down. I want to get some more due diligence before I kind of confirm that out. But again, just closing off with this one. John E. Deaton. XRP will soon achieve 100 billion in market cap. Times are changing, guys. Listen, let me get this in. I want to get this up. I know this is probably getting out to about 25, 26 minutes. Let me get this chopped up, edited properly, and get us through, guys. Like I've been told y'all, 2024 was your year. I already told you was a V12 type person. I already told you thoughts all in the middle. And big Lamborghini yachts, guys. Listen, y'all hold it down. Hang tight. I told you, buckle up. We about to go on a wicked one. 2024 is your year. 2025, we get rich. Y'all already know what time it is. Oh, yeah!